Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. So I'm really excited today to be announcing my next live sew along in February, which is going to be the Atelier Jupe Frida blouse, which you all voted for. I'll put a picture of that up here. And we're going to be doing this on the 26th of February, which is a Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT. Now, I did put up in the Facebook community group a selection of times, because I know a lot of you are international watchers, that obviously, you know, it can be the middle of the night when I am going live in an evening in the UK. So I did put it out for a vote, but overwhelmingly 6 p.m. GMT was the most popular time. So that's what I'm going to go with on this occasion. We're going to be sewing that on the 26th of February, and I really hope you can join me. I am so looking forward to sewing this shirt. I've had this pattern a while, and it was the lovely Anthea at Beyond the Pink Door who got me onto this pattern, because she's made a few of them. She sells the pattern in her shop, but I believe it's sold out at the minute, and she's made some amazing versions. In fact, she's just posted this version on Instagram today, and I am totally crushing on it because I love that fabric. It's a Lady McElroy fabric and it's stunning, and yeah, it looks amazing. If you want to actually get a bit of a head start on this, then Anthea has just done a pre-recorded sew along for the Frida blouse, which I believe is up on her channel. She's put that up today or yesterday, I think. I haven't seen it myself yet, and I am going to go and watch, because I think it'll be a really good opportunity to pick up some tips along the way to prepare yourselves for the live sew along. I'm certainly going to do that, because this particular pattern is a little bit more involved than the last couple of patterns that I have done on the live. So I thought I would just quickly run through with you today some bits and pieces that you are going to need to know for the sew along, so you can go and choose your fabrics and your pattern size, etc., and think about what type of fabric you are going to use for your sew along. I've already chosen mine, which I'll show you in a little while, so stay tuned. Excuse me for looking down, but I've made some notes, so I need to read them out to you. Okay, so the Frida blouse is a pattern for a woven fabric, okay? The fabric choice that you need to look at is something fairly lightweight, but light to medium weight. You could use a double gauze, you could use something like a tencel or a viscose or a cotton lawn. They would work really, really well. You're going to need between 1.1 metre and 1.5 metres of fabric that's 140 centimetres wide. Obviously, if you are using narrower width fabric, you're going to need a little bit more. I was actually really surprised when I saw that, because it seemingly uses, you know, not a lot of fabric for a blouse, and yeah, I expected it to be using more, nearer the 2 metre mark, but that's what the pattern says. Hopefully, Anthea, if you're watching this, you can let me know if that differs with when you've made this. This pattern is drafted for a bust of 33 inches up to 50 inches, and that is your full bust measurement, not your high bust measurement. So make sure you measure yourselves carefully when you're choosing your pattern size. It is drafted for a height of 5'6", so as I'm 5'10", I'm probably going to add on a fair bit to the length of the blouse and the sleeves. So just bear that in mind. If you are taller or shorter than that, you may need to adjust your fabric requirements slightly. I will certainly probably edge towards, well, I know the piece of fabric that I've got is 2 meters, so I'm going to have plenty to be able to make this blouse. So the finished measurements of this blouse are a bust of 41 inches up to 58.5 inches, and so that gives you a wearing ease of 8 inches. So again, bear that in mind, dependent on how you like your garments to fit, that there is 8 inches of wearing ease across the size range. So the pattern size range is a UK 6 up to a UK 24. 8 inches of ease is a lot. I will probably take that into account when I choose my pattern size. I haven't decided what size I'm going to go for yet, but I tend to like between sort of 4 and 5 inches of ease in a loose fit blouse. I think 8 inches is probably erring on a little bit too much. I think if you're making it out of a really sort of drapey fabric like a viscose or a tencel, you can get away with a lot more ease, but I'm going for a cotton lawn, and because that's a little bit stiffer and has a little bit more structure to it, I think I will use less ease in my particular make. Notions wise, obviously you're going to need your fabric, you are going to need your matching thread, you're going to need 30 centimetres of iron-on interfacing, and if you are not altering the pattern at all, then the standard amount of buttons that the pattern says you need are 5 15mm buttons, but because I'm going to be lengthening mine, I will probably need a couple more, so I will go for 7. Always try and choose an odd number of buttons when you're making something like this, because it just looks aesthetically better than having an even number. So that's another tip to bear in mind. So that's it really, apart from me showing you the fabric that I have chosen. So I am going to use a Lady McElroy fabric because I have loads of them in my stash, and I've got this fabric twice. It's one of those that I've bought twice, not realising that I already had it, and it is this one here. So this is, I can't remember what it's called. It's a cotton lawn. I don't know whether it's called Onlookers or Looking Good or whatever. It's one of those sort of abstract facial cotton lawns, and I think this will look really well for the Frida blouse, and I think as part of the sew along it's going to be probably easy for you to see on the live as well as we sew this together. Now again, as I've said on my previous sew alongs, if you don't want to make the Frida blouse, if it was one of the other choices that you had hoped would win and this is just not your style, then please feel free to bring along a project of your choice and sew along with us, or just join us with a glass of gin or a glass of wine and we'll just have fun all the same. I am under no illusions that I will get this blouse completed during the live sew along. I don't know how long it's going to go on for, but you know, a blouse is a lot more involved than the page hoodie which we sewed up together last time, so I don't envisage for a minute that I'm going to be on the live till 2 o'clock in the morning UK time sewing this blouse and getting it finished, but we'll see how far we get, and yeah, we can finish it off after the sew along when you've all got bored to tears of listening to me waffling on and have decided to switch off. That's absolutely fine. Right, I'm going to leave it there guys, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on the 26th, and if you've got any questions at all, please leave them down in the description box below, and otherwise I will see you then. Take care, bye.